The following presentation will discuss current rules, regulations, and expectations for the current school year.
The radio is used for situations requiring immediate assistance such as medical emergencies, crashes, mechanical breakdowns, road closures, road coverage, and missing students. Be courteous to your fellow co-workers by listening to the radio to be sure that it is clear before pushing the microphone button to speak. Speak slowly and clearly, and identify yourself with your regular assigned bus number. If you are in a spare bus, you continue to use your assigned bus number. Keep the transmission brief using 5 words or less and use radio codes when possible.
If an issue is not urgent or does not need immediate run coverage, consider speaking to a supervisor or calling the office by phone. It is important to keep the radio airways clear during emergencies and situations requiring immediate attention. If your bus is having mechanical issues before 8 a.m., notify dispatch by radio of your signal 20 and breakdown. You will have to share the following: your assigned bus number, what the mechanical issue is, whether or not you have students on board, and if so, what school and route number. Dispatch will direct you to switch your radio to the central channel to call your assigned garage. Once they respond, identify the actual bus number you are in, your location, and the mechanical issue. Switch back to your area's main channel and inform them of the garage's directions. Notify dispatch when your bus is 10 to 8 operational. If you become 10 to 8 operational before the mechanic arrives, you must inform your dispatcher and then request to switch back to central to cancel the road call. If your bus is having a mechanical issue after 8 a.m., notify dispatch by radio that you are a signal 20 and have broken down. Be prepared to share the following information: your assigned bus number, whether or not you have students on board, if so, what school and route number, and what the mechanical issue is. Dispatch will advise you to switch your radio down one channel to the central channel. Notify central of your signal 20 and broken down. They will instruct you to go direct to Newington or West Ox. Once cleared by the central office, call in directly to your assigned garage by radio on the central channel. Once they respond, identify the bus number you are in, your location, and the mechanical issue you are having. Switch back to your area's main channel and inform them of the garage's directions. Notify dispatch immediately once your bus is 10 to 8 back in service. Notify dispatch when your bus is 10 to 8 operational. If you become 10 to 8 operational before the mechanic arrives, you must inform your dispatcher and then request to switch back to central to cancel the road call. In the event of a signal 9 or bus crash, first, remain calm. Any and all crashes must be reported immediately to the area office. This information is located in your PTM in Section 4, Emergency Procedures, page 1. Dispatch will direct you to switch your radio to the central channel. Notify dispatch on the central channel that you have been involved in a signal 9. When acknowledged by dispatch, report your location, whether or not there are injuries, the school and route number if you have students on board. Dispatch will obtain the necessary information and advise you of the next steps. Follow the guidance of the responding officer and supervisor. Please notify dispatch when you are 10 to 8. In some situations, all drivers may be requested to stand by on the main channel depending on the severity of the current signal 9 or should another situation or emergency arise. Morning announcements are made between 7:30 and 8 a.m. They include a safety message, area-specific information, and Signal 19, the list of ready bus. If you have any questions regarding morning announcements, please contact your supervisor. It is expected that Signal 19 will be picked up upon completion of your shift. PM Signal 19 will be announced between 2:30 and 3 p.m.
It is helpful to have a buddy that can assist you with garage trips when needed. Notify dispatch of any vandalism, regardless of severity, at the time of discovery. Dispatch will contact your supervisor. The supervisor will give you further instructions that may include the following: taking your bus to Newington Garage for an estimate, and filling out a bus incident form. This report is to be used for reporting a student incident on the school bus or van. Student incident reports are completed for, but are not limited to, aggressive behavior, alcohol or other drugs, harassment, intimidation or bullying, insubordinate behavior, weapons and replicas, physical assault, property damage and theft, sexual harassment, threats, vandalism, and other rule violations. Forms should be completed in ink and the driver or attendant should verify the legibility of all copies. Spelling, grammar, and professionalism are vital. Incidents involving multiple students require a separate report for each student. Reports should be as direct and detailed as possible. Once completed, retain the goldenrod copy, last page, for your records and submit the report to your supervisor for processing. Anytime you see a potential hazard that can cause an accident if not corrected, record it on a road hazard report. Be accurate in your description of the potential hazard and be as specific as possible as to its location. Use an address if possible. Examples of such roads hazards can be, but are not limited to, low-hanging tree branches, traffic signs leaning into the roadway, large potholes, mailboxes that are too close to the street, defective or unsafe railroad crossing signs, signals or tracks. You as a driver can report these hazards online at the virginiav.org website, www.virginia.org. What happens if you observe a violation of Virginia's passing a stopped school bus? Law 46.2 to 844 and 46.2 to 859. This information is in your PTM, Section 3, Page 4, and Appendix M. The bus driver should note the state and number of the license plate, the make, type, and color of the vehicle, and the date, time, and location of the incident, and a brief description of the driver if available. This form should be turned in to the transportation supervisor as soon as possible. If you cannot obtain all information, turn in the location with a note requesting police check the location at the time indicated. Bus passing incident reports are forwarded from the Central Transportation Office to the Fairfax County Police. If a pattern or consistency is noted, the police will attempt to monitor the location. Drivers must utilize the two-way radio to notify dispatch before departing a daycare or SACC stop. Dispatch will contact the daycare or SACC center and advise you. There is no need to notify dispatch if you are there on time unless instructed to do so by a supervisor. You must activate your traffic warning lights and open the door after coming to a complete stop at all assigned stops on your route. This will document your arrival time at the stop on the automated vehicle locator system known as AVL, which uses Here Comes the Bus to notify parents and students. If you do not follow the light activation protocol, you will be asked to return to the stop. A parent, guardian, or designee must receive any student designated as must be met at the assigned bus stop. Follow the instructions on the route sheet for the student. Anytime the parent, guardian, or designee is not present to receive the student, and prior written permission has not been granted, the driver should contact dispatch for instructions. Wait at least a minute before you call dispatch upon arriving at the stop. Small bus students must be met unless noted otherwise on the route sheet. Wait until all conversations are over before beginning your transmission. Identify yourself by your bus number and wait for dispatch acknowledgement. The radio is not to be used for personal messages.
Use professionalism at all times while speaking on the radio. Exercise patience and stay calm, cool, and collected. Think about what you are going to say before you give your message. Anytime you have easy access to a telephone, use it instead of the radio. Keep all radio messages to a minimum. This information is located in your PTM Appendix NN, Paragraph 3, Page 4. Utilize signal codes when possible. Keep your radio on and your volume level at a comfortable audible level. Fairfax County Public Schools transportation utilizes two-way radios on all school buses to promote timely communication of information or emergency support. FCPS utilizes two-way radios on all school buses to promote timely communication of information or emergency support. Remember, our system may be monitored at any time by students, parents, school administrators, or the Federal Communications Commission known as the FCC. Always use appropriate and professional language. Private calls are for supervisor use only and should not be requested by drivers. Private calls are not completely private and are monitored. Requests to speak with a fellow driver are permitted when dispatch or a supervisor directs you to assist another driver. Drivers should report a Signal 17 or an unusual traffic situation that will affect route coverage. The dispatchers would like to thank you for your time and attention while we reviewed with you the FCPS Radio Standard Operating Procedures. We understand you have a difficult job and want you to know we are here to help. The dispatch office has an open door policy and is available to assist you. Have a great school year and we hope to see you soon.